As Kubernetes continues to progress, I think everybody's trying to figure out a way to just manage it a little bit easier. Okay. Now, there are a bunch of different ways to do this. You can do everything from manage it via GUI to CLI-based tools to just programmatic. Remember, Kubernetes is nothing more than a set of APIs, so you can use any general purpose programming language and any configuration language really to interact with it. But in the case of GUIs, there have been a lot out there. There are a lot that you can test out. What I want to show in this video is something called Headlamp, which is a open source project from Microsoft. All right, so real quick, a little bit of a shameless plug. I put this blog post up on Dev2. You can go check it out if you prefer reading. Now, to get started with Headlamp, what you're going to do is you're just going to go to headlamp.dev, download it for your operating system. You know, there are a bunch of different operating systems on here as well. I'm on a Mac, so that's why it's showing Mac here. And then once you download it, it'll be just like any other application running locally. So let me go ahead and open that real quick. All right, so as you can see right off the bat, when I open this up again, it's just a GUI-based application. It's running right here on my desktop. It's gonna go and it's gonna look at my current kube config, okay? So if I click on, for example, this is a cluster that I have running at the moment. So if I click on this cluster, that's really all I have to do. Like there's no update or anything that you need to do in any capacity. It's just gonna go look at your current local kube config. And right off the bat, you can see cluster information here. It's gonna tell me a bunch of events that are occurring. It's gonna tell me CPU usage, memory usage. Hopefully they put something around GPU usage up here. That would actually be really cool. Maybe I'll put in a request around that. And then you can see namespaces and nodes. Now for workloads, I don't have anything running in here other than the default stuff that's just running in an AKS cluster, but I can still see all the pods running, the replica sets, stateful sets, daemon sets, all that good stuff. Storage, if anything's running here, you'd be able to see it. All the networking pieces that are available in terms of endpoints, ingress classes, port forwarding, network policies, which is great, obviously super important. Any type of security configurations, which I'm actually surprised network policies aren't under security, but I guess I can understand that. Configuration, so HPAs, VPAs, secrets, leases, runtime classes, and then any custom resources. So if you have a CRD that you want to upload, you can do so right here. Now, another thing you can do is you can just apply some YAML configurations right from the UI. So let me find, I got something around here, I think. There it is. This is just a standard Kubernetes deployment, right? Just Nginx, a couple of replicas, that's about it. I'll click apply here. It's gonna go through, it's gonna deploy my workload. All right, and then as you can see, where is it? Right here. This should still be coming up. One is available, one is progressing, and now my application is deployed. So I can see the whole deployment here with all the labels and such, the conditions as in if it's running or not, the pods that are running, the actual spec, which is awesome, and then any events that occurred. So I like these tools because, I mean, to be honest, you know, let's say you're not even using the deployment feature, right? Because maybe you're doing something like, you know, a GitOps controller, maybe you're using Argo to get your application deployed, but I don't know, looking at this is just cleaner for me than running kubectl logs and kubectl events and kubectl describe deployment and kubectl get nodes and kubectl top and, you know, all these different commands to see all this stuff. I like that Headlamp is nothing more than just a GUI abstraction of what already exists. And then, yeah, it has some great capabilities, but probably in production, you very rarely are going to use this unless you're testing. You can, on the other hand, you know, see everything that's running here, which is awesome. It's exactly what you need a GUI for.